Alright guys, just turn that off. Most times when I do a Brushcat video, I apparently must say something about you know, what you guys want to see what I do to set this or maintain the mower, because I always have people say yes, I want to see that. Here we go. We're gonna go brush hog today. Don't want to listen to that vibrating. Sometimes this back latch over here doesn't quite latch up. There's a loader for our tractor we don't use until snow season. All of our wonderful equipment. Of course, we have the sun. Can't go without that. Where's the Brushcat? I can't even see. Let's hook it up. Lock it on. Back up a little bit. Make sure there's no critters under it, because that happens. Oh, look, we have some grass. We got grass growing. That's pretty good. Both those seem like they're spinning, but we'll show you anyways. So I put the shoes on the ground and I push it forward, and you kind of watch it. You want to tilt forward and tilt it up about like that. This works really good with a Kubota because you can get out the front. Before I had a Kubota, I would have to pick it up with my excavator or pick it up with the skid loader with a chain from the side. But I feel like this is somewhat safe, because if the loader arms collapsed, it would have to roll the machine backwards to get it to go anywhere. That's stuck in the ground pretty good. So what I do, get out any kind of lubricant, anything. I soak these down. They were already spinning. I did this and then I just mowed a little bit, but you want to soak those down. Let's see if any of them, none of them are froze up. So but what happens is, oh, I soaked them down when I had that wire stuck in it. What'll happen is these get gummed up and they get a bunch of gunk underneath, and then that blade won't swing. Well, then when you're mowing, you'll kind of have it shuddering. So this is all I do. We do that, right back in there, climb back in the machine. Try not to move my head quick. You kind of learn when you have a camera on your head. You don't turn quickly, because then it goes really fast in the video, and then people get sick to their stomach, meaning me. Try to get some of the rock out of there. I did it with the hoses unhooked. When you tilt it all the way and you roll it forward like that, my hoses, they'll get stuck on a pin up there, and if they're connected, I always feel like it might rip them off. So that's about the extreme that you go. If you have somebody messing with the hoses, you're fine, but I'll leave them unhooked. Into something and I heard the roller. I was letting the mower down at the same time, or we hit something back here, one of the two. I didn't think I was, no, there's nothing back here yet. It was the roller. Rollers are sealed bearings, and then the only other thing you have to do is there is a grease zerk right here. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. It's always a guess on camera, but you grease that front trunnion or whatever, and then there's a couple grease zerks. There's one here and one there. you're done. Every once in a while, I clean out under the mower, and I clean out around, you clean out around the motors, and then around the bottom of the mower, that bottom part. I always try to blow it out, shake it off. That always holds material. I need to clean the skid loader today when I come home. We mowed a bunch of wet stuff the other day, and I don't know, when I greased the machine, I must have been going through a bunch of trees, and I smeared grease all down the side. But we're going to pull the power washer out today and foam gun it down and clean it up. We'll clean this out when we get back and all that. We'll have hopefully kind of a short day. But that's it, guys. In a nutshell, that's really all I do. The other day I sharpened the blades. They're still decent. I would assume. I didn't really look. I guess I could have. You can see how well we grow grass. But anyways, and I sharpen the blades the same way. I have yet to pull the blades off this, except for the one that we had to fix. I had a wire stuck underneath it, and it locked the blade up, so obviously that makes your mower shake. So I had to loosen it up, knock it down, pulled the wire out, tighten it back up, but I haven't pulled blades off of this, and I have been running this mower for at least 3 seasons, maybe longer than that. I don't remember what year it is, but I've had it at least 3 seasons. We've had it on, this is a 75. We've had it on a SVL 65. We've had it on a ASV RT 75 HD. We had it on our, I think we had it on our 325G. Maybe not. It might, no, I'm pretty sure I had it on my 325G right before I got my ASV. That's probably 4 years ago. So, I'm still on factory blades. You see how much I mow. I am literally still on factory blades. I sharpen them every once in a while. I mean, they'll get dull, but we do a lot of mowing with it. So, the only other thing is the safety. I know a lot of people say, hey, how can you pick it up and mow with it? I don't have my safety in mind. This is well out of warranty, so now it doesn't matter. I probably have my safety parts up here. It looks like maybe that's it there. Let's see if we got parts for the safety. So this is your safety. It's got a chain link on it. That little red bar, this is the bar that comes up in that little window. It goes up and down. There's a valve in there that this hooks to the frame, and that chain link hooks to the valve. That's what you take out. If you want to disengage your safety, you take that out. I never did really do a video on it because at the time, if you take your safety off, it voids your warranty. And this thing, I believe, is out of warranty. I know it says, I think that was supposed to say multiple. It's not a 5-year warranty on it. I don't think. If so, Bobcat, don't watch this. I think just the rest of the sticker's gone. I think it was like 35 years in business or something. This is a standard flow 72 inch. That's another thing I get all the time. Is it high flow? No. I don't own high flow brush hogs. The only thing I would own high flow is a mulcher, you know, like a disc mulcher or a drum mulcher. Everything else mower wise, I've used high flow. If you want to spend your money, you can, but you see all the stuff that I mow. Every time I use a mower, one of mine or somebody else's, it's a standard flow brush hog. I don't see the worth in it. I've used them. I really don't see the worth in it. I have a high flow machine. It's got the dual stack on it, the dual manifold. Here's your line of sight. This is a wide track machine, about 68, 69 inches wide overall. This is a 72 inch mower. I don't know what the actual on the dimension of the mower is, but you see it's got plenty of trim out. It's not tons. If you run it, I like to run it with my cut path is right here, and you can kind of see I just barely go over my cut path. You can get your cut path maybe out to here, and you're not going to be cutting much past that at all. I usually run what I cut the last time, you know, where my edge of my cut is. I kind of run it right there on either side. It works really good. Chains, both front and back. Factory chains, I've never touched them, never messed with them. Every once in a while I pull a stick out of them. I run the skid shoes. My dealer actually told me, don't waste your money on the rollers for the front. He said they fall apart, then you run over them and it destroys your blades, and something about they fell apart, they didn't work well. I took his word for it, and I run the skid shoes and it's fine. Sometimes if it's wet, they sink in. A lot of times I tip the front of it up anyway, so I get more of a floating action on it. Mine is finally starting to get some play up in this and up in the pins. I kind of notice it, you know, kind of moving around side to side a little more than what it ever has this year. So I'll probably call Bobcat. I would assume there's something replaceable up in that block if I had to guess, or a shim kit or something. But I'm telling you, I have mowed a lot of ground with this mower, a lot of rough stuff, a lot of hillsides, a lot of everything. And I'm a mowing contractor. I've had this mower for at least 3 or 4 years, and I just now started to see play just this year. A little bit up there, a little bit up there. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I figure before it gets bad, I'm going to check into it, see if there's a bushing. A lot of people think it's a high flow machine because I have a case drain. Well, my dealer told me when I bought my mower, he showed up and I said, hey, I thought the same thing you guys did. Is this high flow? Why does it have a case drain? He told me that this was one of the first ones that they put case drain motors on. They set it up with a case drain just to alleviate more of the pressure, and they just wanted to make it a better setup. That's why it has a case drain on it. It is not high flow. It's standard flow. Let's look at the tag back here real quick, and then we'll end the video because I've got to get going so you guys can get more video of amazing things. All right, let's see. They make it in 66 inch to 80 inch or something like that. Yes. Let's get, call it grease. Okay, so a 66 inch, are you guys looking at the right thing? Yeah. A 66 inch standard flow is 15 to 24 gallon a minute. 72 inch standard flow, which is this mower, it's a 1829, it looks like, I'm reading it upside down, is 15 to 26 gallon a minute. A 66 inch high flow is 24 to 36 gallon a minute. 72 inch high flow is the same as an 80 inch high flow, it looks like. It's 24 gallon to 40 gallon a minute. That's a pretty big spread. Anyways, I could run a high flow mower on this. I think this machine does like 29, 30 gallon a minute, but then you're kind of in the middle of the range. I think this is 20 gallon a minute, or 21 gallon a minute or something like that, on standard flow, so it runs it quite well. It's your guys' choice. If you want a high flow, spend the extra money, get a high flow. I don't. That's just where I'm at with it. But anyways, hopefully I answer some questions on a Bobcat Brushcat. What do you have to do to maintain it? That is literally all I've done to this. Sharpen the blades every once in a while. I do it the same way with the mower stuck up in the ground. I'll take my grinder, I get in there, and I clean up the edge and bring it almost to a knife point. Call it done. I use a flap wheel, like a 40 or 60 grit. An 80 grit take a little bit of time, but a 60 grit cleans it up real nice, gives it a nice smooth finish. And I just try to keep the same angle on the blade, just like sharpening a mower blade. It works extremely well. And you saw the wear on the blades. There's not much for having this thing for 4 or 5 years. And I greased the trunnion up there in the front and the 2 pins in the back. I greased the machine and hook it up and go make money. I mean, it's honestly been a great mower. I have not had a single problem with this mower. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. If you want to see the SVL 75, I know we don't have stickers on it, but this is a 75. If you want to see it run the Brushcat, we're going to be doing it all day. So I'll try to get this video up first, and then if you want to see it mow, you can search Skidco, I don't know, brush hogging, mowing, Kubota, something, and it ought to pop up and you'll see all kinds of other stuff. You could probably search Skidco Brushcat, because I think I usually put Brushcat in the deal, and you can see me mowing all kinds of stuff. Super steep stuff, whatever, it does it all. So we'll see you guys. I appreciate you watching.